Imagine being adrift, with nothing but the endless blue surrounding you. No land in sight, no rescue on the horizon, and sometimes, in complete darkness. This is the stark reality for those who find themselves lost at sea, battling not only the elements, but also their own will to survive. Today, we are going to explore 3 cases related to being in such terrifying situations. The final moments of Louisiana high school graduate Cameron Robbins were captured in a shaky phone video as he swam into the dark waters of the Bahamas. The 18-year-old, a standout baseball star, had jumped off the party boat named Blackbeard's Revenge during a graduation trip on May 24th near the uninhabited Atoll Island. In the video, an ominous white figure is seen lurking beneath the surface before Cameron disappeared from view.
This kid fucking jumped off! Oh my fucking god! Oh, bye-bye! Oh shit! That shit! Hey, grab the buoy! Hey, the buoy! Yo, this kid's fucking gone, bro.
Despite a frantic search effort launched to find the popular teenager, no sign of Cameron was found within 2 days. He had arrived at the Caribbean hotspot Atlantis Paradise Island in Nassau, just hours before the tragic incident occurred aboard the pirate-themed Sunset boat excursion. Although another person in the video is heard shouting at Cameron to grab the buoy in the water, he was last seen swimming away from the life preserver. In the video, you can see some seemingly unusual waves and how Cameron, that was facing those waves, immediately turned around and started to swim in the opposite direction before disappearing underwater. Those waters are populated with some species of sharks, and they tend to prey particularly at night, and the splash generated from a man going overboard may be reasonably able to grab their attention. They also tend to follow ships, sometimes due to the practice of crew members of throwing food into the sea. For example, here is daily footage from the same area where Cameron jumped off.
They come from nowhere, wow.
It seems possible that those waves may have been the result of a shark, though it remains unclear if instead those waves were made by the ship and if Cameron was struggling and drowned due to an underwater current. According to experts and the official report of investigators based also on the witnesses on board, Cameron likely didn't come in contact with any type of shark or predatory marine life. Butch Hendrick, president and founder of public safety dive training company Lifeguard Systems, have stated that marine creatures such as sharks are smart enough to realize that's a boat that comes out all the time, and it's going to have food coming off. But the behavior of the objects seen in the water with Robbins was not indicative of a shark. According to Hendrick, the tendency is not typically that the shark came in, took him to the depth. He noted the lack of any sign of blood in the water, meaning the red in some frame of the video was likely due to the coloration of the lights on board, which would explain why no one on board witnessed any remarkable injuries on Cameron. Due to the lack of thrashing which it is typical in a shark attack or blood, experts and investigators ultimately concluded that it was more likely he got the wind knocked out of him when he impacted the water, not allowing him to catch his breath, and then, in around a minute, he began to leave the surface. His dead body may have drifted into a 200-foot underwater channel near where Robbins went into the water, which present was known by authorities. In that case, the body will reach a depth great enough that will be unlikely to resurface, regardless if would be consumed by marine life or not. Indeed, his remains were never found. While experts made many hypotheses and give likely possibilities, the cause of Cameron Robbins' death remain unclear. Samantha Broberg, a woman who went overboard from a cruise ship, gained significant media attention. Broberg was on a Carnival Liberty cruise ship when she fell overboard in the Gulf of Mexico on May 13, 2016. The ship was en route from Galveston, Texas to Cozumel, Mexico at the time of the incident. The search for Broberg lasted for several days, involving both the Mexican Navy and the U.S. Coast Guard. Unfortunately, despite extensive efforts, she was not found alive. Apparently, Samantha left the bar with a guy and went on to the 10th floor deck. There, He watched her fall from the ship. Instead of calling for help, he decided to grab a beer and go back to sleep. Disturbing footage captures the final moments of a kayaker struggling in rough waters. Jeremy Peter Worthy, aged 43, broadcasted live on his personal Facebook page on Saturday as he battled against towering waves that thwarted his attempt to return to shore during a fishing expedition. He uploaded a 10-minute video from his kayak at approximately 11:45 a.m. Worthy, seemingly wearing a life jacket, can be observed bobbing up and down in the turbulent waters. Prior to the video, Mr. Worthy shared photos depicting being overwhelmed by the shore waves while setting out for his fishing trip. Following this, he shared a map of his location while in the kayak, offering no further explanation. Emergency services were summoned to the beach around 12:30 p.m. on Sunday, a mere 9 minutes after Mr. Worthy posted his final video to Facebook. A concerned member of the public discovered an empty kayak and promptly notified the police before Mr. Worthy's body was discovered between Squarehead and Sandy Place. An officer retrieved the body and administered CPR before paramedics arrived, but unfortunately, Mr. Worthy passed away at the scene, as reported by NSW police in a statement.
Oh, this is on you, mate. No abalone for anyone. No lobsters. Not even a little oyster. It's nice when it calms down. Righto, I'm taking this.